Okay, so to put together a Reborn doll, you will need a Reborn kit that you already painted, a Reborn cloth doll body, you'll need zip ties, some polyfill or fiberfill, some glass beads for weighing your doll, you'll need some stockings, a wooden dowel, or in my case I have a spatula, and some nail clippers for cutting the zip ties. Just remember that I actually pre-filled these limbs a few days before while I was waiting for all the supplies to come in, but I'll explain what I did. It's very easy. I took some glass beads and I filled the legs with them only about till here, to the ankle. So I did that on both feet, and then the rest of the foot I filled up with some polyfill. It feels nice and firm right here in the foot, but here in the legs it feels nice and squishy, and that way your doll is not going to be too heavy. And then for the arms, basically I only fill with glass beads up until the wrists area, and then the rest is polyfill as well, as you can see. And this is what I used the wooden dowel for, especially when you're trying to get the polyfill inside of here after the leg band. You have to kind of push it in a little bit. We did that, so now our limbs are actually weighted and they're filled. But let's go ahead and attach the legs first, because this will be the first step since we have the full legs here. Now this particular doll body came with these strings, and if you would like to have strings, that's fine, but for this doll I'm actually going to take these strings out and replace them with some zip ties. See, they come out real easy. We're going to insert it right there. We're going to do this. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready for the leg. So I'm going to speed this up so it's not too boring, and then when we get to fill the body, I'll show you what we'll do. Okay, this is starting to look more like a baby now, right? Okay, now we'll need to fill the body with polyfill and some weighing material. So first I put some in the bottom, and also I want to fill in this baby bottom here. So we'll go ahead and do that. So now our baby doll has a realistic bottom right there. Okay, we'll put a little more fill. Okay, and now that you have a little bit here in front and a little bit here on the bottom, then we'll go ahead and put some weighing material. But of course we're not going to just pour some of these glass beads in there. We have to put it in a stocking. I actually would cut this in half and use it twice. So I have this handy little tiny cup that I think I got from like a cough syrup, and it's really handy in using to fill up the stocking and also the limbs. Carefully, we're going to fill it up. This is probably enough for the bottom part, because we'll still put one or two of these in the upper body. So let's just tie this up, and we'll put it right on top of that polyfill. So now that we have the weighing material right in the center, I'm going to put the polyfill all around it and build it up. We want to make a nice little belly here, a little pouch, but the back we want it to stay flat. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We're at the top of the body. So what we want to do is fill it almost all the way up, and then we'll put another little pouch right here before we put the head on. Well guys, don't you just love it when you filmed a segment of your video and then you realized you actually didn't get it on camera? Well, that's exactly what happened, because as you can see, the baby doll already has arms. So instead of me taking the doll apart again and showing it to you again, I'm just going to explain quickly what I did. So we finished with filling up the body with polyfill, and then at the end I put this pouch of glass beads in here, right there, right at the top where we're going to connect the doll body with the head, and then I just covered it with a little bit of polyfill. And then the arms, basically I just put a tiny bit of polyfill in here in the actual forearms, and I attached them the same way I attached the legs. And the only thing I was explaining is that you want to position them right. And the good rule of thumb is to look at this line right here, this seam, and the seam should align with a thumb. Then your hands kind of look realistic. Sorry that I wasn't able to get that on camera, but we'll just move on and we'll get to do the most exciting part now, is to put the head on. And this is our precious little head. What we're going to do is first we want to put a little bit of weight in her head. You know what, this is probably enough because we're going to fill it up with polyfill also, and that will add some weight as well. And by the way, I didn't give this baby doll a magnet because her mouth is open and she can take a pacifier that is modified. Okay, it's in. I don't know if you can see it. And where we want it to be around here, like forehead or the top of the head. So we're going to do just that. We're going to position it this way, and while it's there, we want to fill up the head with polyfill so our pouch doesn't move. And this is where your wooden dowel comes in. You just gently want to push that polyfill around into all the corners and make more room for more polyfill. But you don't want to overfill it. You don't want it to be all squished the wrong direction. Well, her face still looks good, and I can feel the weight because the head wants to go this way. Does she look good, guys? I think so. Okay, the most exciting part. Let's get her head attached. So let's go ahead and put this ring on. Okay, looking good. You see how the head just rolls this way? That's because of the weight. Let's go ahead and attach it. See? Now because we have a ring, you can twist her head easily. See, so cute! Okay, now the final step is to cut these ties, because we obviously don't want them sticking out like this, so this is where the handy nail cutters come in. And I first cut it kind of close but not too close, and then I come much closer and cut it right flush to the little lock, like that, see? And that way it's not sharp or anything, and if it is sharp, you can use the file part of this, and you can kind of file it a little bit so it's not sharp. And now let's do that on all of the limbs. So I cut it like that, and then I cut it real close. And this is how reborn babies are born. Well, let's just take a look at her before we dress her up. This is what her body looks like. It's nicely stuffed. She looks nice and realistic. She has a nice and straight back, and she does have a cute little bottom and a little belly too. Okay guys, I wasn't sure what to dress her up into, so I brought a few outfits to see. Let's see, would this look good on her? With these swan pants, or this one would look good on her, or let's see, I have this onesie. That looks cute, yeah? Boy, she looks good in everything, doesn't she? But I'm thinking, let's put her in a onesie because she has full legs and it will look really cute on her. Oh, I think she looks adorable in it. You know what, guys? I have a matching hat. Let me go get it. Hopefully it's not too small. Aw, it is small. That's funny because it said newborn size, but it looks like it's a preemie size. Well, she looks cute nevertheless, but I think let's put this bow on her instead. Aw, she looks adorable. And I really like that I offset her eyes a little bit to the side, so it doesn't look like she's just staring at me. She's always looking around. She's looks very curious, doesn't she? Yeah? And she's always reaching for things. She's so cute. Please write me in the comments below, what do you think of my new Reborn baby that I just finished? If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss any of our new videos. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye!